there. I am so happy that you're here with me. You know, the United Nations, if you've been watching the news recently, the United Nations, they've been warning the world of a major climate catastrophe. That something's about to happen to the world. We're on code red. And so, a lot of times, Satan uses the news media and uses the events around us to distract us from what God is really doing or what He's about to do. So let's look at Revelation chapter 6 and verse 12 to verse 14, right? It says, "And I beheld when He had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake. And the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heavens departed as a scroll, and when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places." And this is the sixth seal, and there's seven seals in the Bible. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now if you look at history, seal 1, seal 2, seal 3, seal 4, seal 5 has passed. Okay, so go back and look in the book of Revelation, go back and look at history, and you'll see what I'm talking about, right? So for the interest of time, we're just going to focus on we're at the time when the sixth seal is about to break. And this is not about climate change. This is a work of God. This is the hands of God, because if we go further down in the chapter, it talks about for the great day of His wrath is come, that's the Lord's, and who shall be able to stand, right? And so this is a time when God is going to wake up the world and let the world know that my coming is near. Because on the sixth seal, what's going to happen in the sixth seal? Probation, the world's probation, it will be closed. There'll be no more saying, "Lord, forgive me," because the world probation will be closed. If you're saved, you're saved. If you're lost, you're lost. And so God, in the sixth seal, God is actually, there's a fly right here. In the sixth seal, God is using the sixth seal to wake up the world. And brothers and sisters, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, this sixth seal is about to happen. And that's why Satan is using all the distraction to talk about climate change and climate this. Now, do I say things are normal? No, things are not normal. But let us remember that when this happens, don't get confused. Don't buy into the narrative that this is because it's a climate change. Let us remember it is God's warning to us that my coming is near. You need to get ready, because probation is about to be closed. And if we don't choose Him now, there won't be a second chance, right? So just get into the word. Get into the word, and just when you get into the word, just ask Christ and say, "Christ, open my understanding so I could understand your word. Open my heart so I could hear what you're saying." And so we need to just start living in the Spirit, because the time that we're living in is no ordinary time. The time that we're living in, it requires Christ Himself to guide us, not only to protect us, but to guide us, to instruct us, to just be our leader, our friend, our companion, our comforter. And He can be all those, and He wants to be all those. He wants really, really to be all those. But we have to choose Him. Choose Him today, because the times that we're living in is borrowed time. The sixth seal is about to break. Let us choose Christ today.